and I've been working with Louise for about 6 years now as her chef, and I head up the kitchen that runs all the goodies for Radical Metabolism and Fat Flush, and I'm just here today to share a few things with you. We've been thinking of you and hoping you're all doing well. Louise and I traveled down to Texas, and looks like we're going to be sitting pretty for a while here. So she is really busy working on a new manuscript right now and asked me to just let you know some of the things we're doing to stay healthy during this time and encourage you a little bit. So the other day I went to the store and they were completely sold out of the proteins I was looking for, not even any ground turkey. Today they're filled back up, but you know, it may go up and down like that for a while. So I wanted to tell you some options. One thing they were not sold out of is tofu and tempeh. And I wanted you to know that these are great protein sources, healthy, clean protein. Which brings me to this point. We have a new cookbook that we just came out with, and you can find it online. There will be a link below, and it is called Radical Recipes, Reset Your Metabolism and Fat Flush Your Body. The reason I wanted you to know about this is because it's chock full of great recipes and great information. Some ideas for alternative proteins you can use, some ways to combine things that you may not have thought of before. Another thing is we went to our local farmers market, and we found all kinds of fresh veggies and fruits there when a few of them were out of stock. And there weren't very many people there, so you know, we're all practicing our healthy social distancing, and we were safe there, but we found some good options. Which reminds me, this might be a time for experimentation and trying a few new things you haven't tried before. For instance, I picked up a whole bunch of okra, and okra isn't in my usual skill set. So if y'all have any great recipes for okra, healthy recipes you want to share, feel free to share with me. But in the meantime, I'll play around with it. Right now we're doing a lot of soups. Soup is so nourishing, and as it says in our book here, we all know it's good for the soul. Well, it's great for our bodies too. We've even been having soup for breakfast. So here's an idea. If you gather what you have, right now I'm using every scrap I have of veggies. I just don't want to waste anything during this time, and I want to limit my trips to the grocery store. So I'm just making all kinds of vegetable soups and broths, and I was trying to think of a new entree the other day. So I made one of the recipes from our Radical Metabolism book too, and it's a curried cauliflower soup. And then I just chopped up cubed some tofu to mix into the curried cauliflower soup, and it became a main dish, and it was actually really delicious. So just think out of the box a little bit, combine things, try new ideas. So Louise wanted you to know some of her favorite foods to have on hand to stay healthy during these times are things like organic nuts. We stocked up on organic walnuts and almonds and cashews, and we know that normally those are not meant to be had when you're on fat flush till you're on phase 3, but you know, desperate times require desperate measures, so we may have to be a little bit out of the box from time to time. Louise wanted you to know not to feel bad about that. Do the very best you can, eat as healthily as you can, but also take time to allow comfort to come to you. So we were sitting and we were talking about things we used to eat from our childhood, and one really fun thing was Louise remembered a recipe her grandmother used to make, and it was an applesauce pie cake. We weren't sure what to call it, and we put our heads together to try to find a healthy alternative. And so when we were having Louise's family over, she wanted something special for her grandson. So we bought organic, healthy graham crackers, and all we did was layer the graham crackers, a layer of graham crackers, and then organic unsweetened applesauce sprinkled with cinnamon. Another layer of graham crackers, applesauce, cinnamon. We made it like a little box, and we took some organic coconut cream, and just mixed in a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of Lakanto maple flavored syrup. This is a great sweetener to use. pure and wonderful, no big calorie problem. Anyway, we mixed that in with the coconut cream and frosted it like a cake. Sat it in the fridge for a few hours, and we were all shocked with how good it was and how pretty it was when it was sliced. So feel free to think about some of your favorite comforting recipes and how you could make them happen in a healthy way. Another thing that happened when I was in the grocery store is that all the pasta was sold out, except for the kind we wanted, which is edamame and mung bean fettuccine. And there was some wonderful organic red lentil spaghetti. So a lot of times, even though many things are sold out, you can find great alternatives that really are healthier, because maybe not everybody is going to go and pick those out first. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to show you. I downloaded the new cookbook onto my little laptop here, and I just keep it with me in the kitchen because it's so easy to just kind of scroll down through this cookbook. It's so beautifully done. I think you're going to find wonderful ideas in here, especially if you just need a little inspiration, something to take your mind off of all of the events going on around us right now, some ideas for getting creative in the kitchen. There we have a whole section called Cookies and Crepes and Cakes. Oh my! And you'll find some great ways that you can make comfort foods without blowing your program. But more importantly, you want to be careful not to compromise your immune system right now by eating sugars, refined sugars especially. And we have a table in here of all the different kinds of sweeteners recommended in all of Aunt Louise's plans and what the equivalents are, so that if you have a favorite recipe you want to try and make it healthy, you can tell, well, the recipe calls for this much sugar, this is how much monk fruit I would use, or this is how much stevia I could use. So I just wanted you to know that's a great resource. So I just wanted to say, more than anything, we want you to stay healthy and well and safe, and we're thinking of you, and we're so happy and so grateful that you would join us. Have a great day.